I'm a 19-year-old business owner. This company will do multiple six figures this year. And these are three principles I live by every single day to live a happy and successful life. However, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, so it's important to have some morals and principles to stick by when times get rough. So let's jump into it. I have a sticky note here. Everything is off the dome piece. First principle, everything that happens to you is your fault. Let's talk about this. A lot of people go about their life with a victim mindset, like, oh, something bad happens to me. That sucks. It's not my fault. And they turn into this victim mindset. And it's easy to fall into that trap. And I used to be that way. Oh, that girl rejected me. Oh, it's not my fault. It was my fault. Oh, I didn't make the basketball team. The coach just sucks and the team sucks. No, I was ass. It was my fault. And I think if you can adopt that mindset that like every single thing that happens to you is your fault, you therefore have control of the situation. Because if you say, oh yeah, that person, that the bad thing that happened to me is that person's fault, that means they control the outcome of your life. And would you want to walk around day-to-day life knowing that other people control how you feel and how you live your life? No. So by adopting the mindset of, okay, I fucked up, therefore it's my control, my fault, you're kind of taking back control of your life. So, for example, let's say you get cheated on. A lot of people will say, well, it wasn't my fault, they cheated, it was their fault. There's some truth behind that. But having the idea of adopting, like, I missed a red flag, I should have seen this coming, I should have been more careful and less ignorant, allows you to learn more from it and improve moving forward for the next relationship you have, for example. Now, obviously, there's some nuances, like if you get in a car accident, someone hits you, and it was not your fault at all. Okay, that's clearly like a nuance, but it's not so much about whose actual fault it is, it's about adopting the mindset. And it's helped me a lot with relationships, business deals, anything. Oh, something bad happened, it's my fault. Therefore, I can take accountability and have control and move on and learn. Second thing I always live by. Confidence is about acting perfect. Confidence isn't about acting perfect. It's about showing you're not. A lot of times I used to think, oh, if I was just big and strong and tough, that's what confidence is. That's all I need. Reality is that's just the armor. That's just the stuff you put on. You can put on an act, but it doesn't mean you're truly confident. And I think the most confident people admit their faults, admit their wrongdoings. Like someone you really look up to, if they make a mistake, chances are they have no problem saying, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, I fucked up. And that's what makes them stronger. And it shows like, okay, this person is so secure and confident in themselves. They don't need to try and show others how cool they are. They're cool on their own, and they're okay admitting their fuck-ups. So I go about my life talking on the internet about my mistakes and insecurities and things I'm not good at. For example, last semester at college, I really didn't like walking around the campus. And it was because so many people recognized me from my videos. And I'm not saying that to sound cocky. Like I didn't want that to happen. It happened by itself, and I had to deal with it because it was my fault. See, back to the first one. And, I had to learn and adjust, and I was really insecure walking around, have people constantly seeing me. And that's something I'm going to go back and work on and dominate. And it doesn't mean that I'm not it doesn't mean that I'm insecure or I'm a pussy for saying this. No, if anything, I can raise my hand and say, yeah, that shit makes me really uncomfortable. I am a little bit insecure about that. So I'm going to say it out loud, acknowledge it, know that I'm in control of it because it's my fault, and figure out how to solve it. So there's an example, but yeah, confidence, dude. It's about showing you're not perfect. So third one, what you give is what you get. You could also phrase this as you get what you lead with. I'll use another relationship as an example. So let's say you really wanted to find a really nice girlfriend or boyfriend, super loving, sweet, someone you'd want to bring home to your parents, all of that. But you're going out portraying yourself as someone maybe a little douchey, like a douchey guy, or maybe a girl who is trying to attract the douchey guy. That's who you're going to find. If you put out all this energy of like, yeah, I'm a player, that's what you're going to get back. And there's no problem if you want to do that. Just know if you're trying to find someone who's a little more like someone you'd bring home, that's who you got to be yourself. If you want to find your dream girl, you need to become her dream guy. And I think this applies with literally anything. If you want to find your dream friend group and the people you really want to surround yourself with, you need to become the person that they would want to be friends with and put that energy out first. I think another thing that leads back into that is positivity. If you can put positivity out in the world, it's going to circle back around. If you go about your day just trying to bring a smile in the room and be positive and happy, even if bad stuff happens to you and you have a shitty day, dude, I'm telling you, the difference is insane. It circles back around. You get what you lead with. I remember one time I really didn't want to go to my job that I used to work at. I worked at a restaurant. Every single shift, I would drive there and walk in with a big smile on my face, even the worst days that I didn't want to work. So those 3 things are the most important. I thought about these, and I believe if you follow these, your life will significantly improve. And one other thing to mention about you give what you get and accountability and all this stuff, I have a lot of good friends, but I don't quite have the dream friend group that I want, of a bunch of entrepreneurs, people that post, and like that group of like, damn, this is a power group. I don't quite have that yet. I have a lot of good people, not discrediting them at all, but that's something I need to work on. I need to be the person they would want to be friends with. I need to get more experience in all veins of life. And I'm okay admitting that because I know deep down I have the confidence to own up to my mistakes or insecurities, whatever it is. And, it's my fault that I don't have that friend group yet. So all those kind of tie back into each other. You can kind of see how they're intertwined and can improve your life and at least help you understand the direction of where you're going. So I hope this helps somebody out there, whether you're incoming freshman in college or in high school, or maybe you already graduated college and you're in the real world working. All this applies. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.